With the recent passing of legendary actor James Earl Jones, I wanted to take a look at some of his earlier film roles. Jones will forever be a fixture in pop culture as the voice of Darth Vader, and many of us know him as King Jeffrey Joffer in Coming to America. But do you remember his role as Leon Carter, a baseball player in the Negro Leagues? That's the subject of today's video.
Not a man on the field to back him up.
The Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings. This was the feature debut for director John Badham, who would actually go on the following year in 1977 to direct the mega hit Saturday Night Fever. His other notable credits were Blue Thunder, Short Circuit, and War Games. Along with James Earl Jones, this film starred Billy Dee Williams, fresh off Mahogany, and Richard Pryor, along with a cast full of notable black actors of the time. A lot of people that you may know their face, but you don't exactly know their name. So what's this movie even about? First, I have to set a little historical context. The Negro League was a collection of professional baseball leagues in the United States formed by African American and Caribbean players between the late 19th century and the mid 20th century. The league arose due to segregation policies in Major League Baseball, which excluded black players from playing alongside white players. The Negro League provided a platform for talented black players like Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, and Jackie Robinson, who were denied the chance to play in the MLB. The league became a symbol of black excellence and pride, showcasing not only athletic skill, but also the resilience of African Americans in the face of systematic racism. Jackie Robinson signing with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947, breaking the MLB color barrier, was a direct result of the Negro League's success and talent pool, paving the way for integration in professional sports. Now, of course, the MLB's reasoning for signing Robinson wasn't just to sign a black player. They kind of wanted to destroy the Negro League as it was really their only competition, and they knew the best way to do that was break the color barrier. You'd ruin the Negro League by siphoning their best players and their fans. So that's a subject for another day. With that part out of the way, this 1976 sports comedy drama is set in the 1930s during the era of Negro Leagues in baseball. The film follows Bingo Long, a charismatic and talented pitcher for a Negro League baseball team. Frustrated by poor treatment and low pay from his greedy team owner, Bingo, along with his teammate Leon Carter, decide to form a traveling baseball team of their own. They recruit other players who share their vision, and together they become the Bingo Long Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, barnstorming across the country playing exhibition games against local teams. As they travel, they attract large crowds with their flashy style of play, acrobatics, and entertaining antics. However, their success threatens the existing Negro League team owners, who see the All-Stars as competition. These owners, led by the ruthless Salas and Potter, try to sabotage Bingo's team, forcing them into dangerous situations, such as playing in rough neighborhoods or facing physical intimidation. The team struggle culminates in a high-stakes game against one of the Negro League's top teams. Through perseverance, talent, and teamwork, they overcome the odds and win the respect of the baseball community. The film is a celebration of the players' resilience, camaraderie, and the love of the game despite the racial and economic barriers they face. This movie blends humor with the serious themes of racial inequality, the exploitation of black athletes, and the fight for dignity and autonomy in a segregated America. Well, now that you have some history and a plot synopsis, why is this movie good? Well, for me, I have a soft spot for period pieces like this. I like movies that take place in this time period for whatever reason. Of course, I wasn't around back then, but it just feels right. I mean, if you grew up in or around the South, at some point you've been in or lived in one of these towns that Bingo Long and his crew traveled to. I mean, like, everyone in this movie looks hot and sweaty. And like I said, if you grew up in the South, you know what it feels like. You can watch this movie and you know what these people feel like. Another good thing about this movie is the plot. There's nothing complicated about it. You know who the bad guys are, you know who the good guys are, and there are no plot twists. The cast of characters is also excellent. All of the players have their own motivations, but have a common goal. And chances are there's at least one player that you can directly relate to. Whether it's someone you know or it's you, there's definitely somebody in this cast that you can relate to. And the actors here are great. James Earl Jones as Leon, he's pretty much like the Ice Cube and NWA of the group, where he looks at everything suspiciously. He doesn't take bad deals. and he's kind of like one step ahead of people that try to get over on the team. He's also their power hitter, and he has a major role in the success they have at the end of the movie, as well as being the team's moral compass. And you can't forget Billy Dee Williams as the charismatic Bingo. He plays the man with the plan and the leader of the group, who makes some bad decisions later in the film that put him at odds with Leon, but he has a very satisfying arc by the end. And I can't forget about Richard Pryor's character of Charlie Snow, which you kind of have to see. It's really funny, and I don't want to give away that plot point if you haven't seen this movie. Like I said, this cast is full of great character actors like Stan Shaw, Mabel King, Otis Day, and Ken Foree. So in closing, you really need to give this movie a watch. Even if it's just to look at the legacy of James Earl Jones, this is a great time. It's a great movie, and will probably spark your interest in the Negro League if you didn't really know anything about it before. You can actually find this movie on YouTube for free. I don't know how long it's going to be available, so if you want to check it out, you should probably do it now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back real soon with more.